Page 14, what a wonderful world. Well, this thing is like 4 pages long. This is the long one. Plus it's got repeat signs and first and second endings and all that. Oh, goody. Let's look it over. We do have some accidentals, so we're going to use a few black keys, but it's mostly the white keys. We have 2 beats at the beginning, so we're coming in on beat 3. I'm sort of going to take both hands at the same time, and we'll see how that works out. Normally, when both hands are playing together, I like to do one hand first and then the other and then put them together. But for the sake of shortening the video a little bit, I'm going to kind of take both hands at once. You can concentrate on one hand at a time if you need to. That's fine. At the beginning, that left hand's here, and the right hand is here. So we're here to start. And it's 3/4, 3/4, 1, 2, 3. Remember the dotted half note's the same as 3/4 notes. It gets 3 counts in 4/4 time. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now whole note in left hand. Now you hold it down as you do that, and then do that all that together. So you got to go from here to here. Good luck with that. So again, the last 2 measures of the first line. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. And measure 5 during the rest, come down in the right hand to here, to this position. 2, 3, 4. And then left hand has G sharp here. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Measure 10. 1, 2, and that's tied for 6 counts. You just hold it down. And then 3, 4, and then 1, 2. Here. All the time you're holding that down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Now you're holding that down as you're doing that. You cross over there. 1, 2, and now measure 13. That whole note is tied for 3 measures. You're going to hold that down for however many counts 3 measures is. Now while you're doing that, you do the left hand. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Right hand comes up when you play the B. And then 4th finger scrunch up a little bit because you're going to repeat back to the reverse repeat sign. And you're going to be, you want to be in this same position, and you play all that again. Now when you do repeat here at the top of page 15 and you go back, your right hand has been in this position. You played that here, and then you repeat. The right hand's got to come back up here. They don't say anything about it, but hopefully you read the finger numbers, you figure it out. Because they're not always going to tell you when you got to move the hand. In fact, they never tell you. Not supposed to. You're supposed to be able to read the finger numbers and realize, oh, I got to move the hand. So you can do that. Well, let's go on to measure 17. You're here. And again, it's like it was we just did. It's tied for 3 measures. And then measure 18, left hand's coming down here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. And when I play that C in measure 20, the right hand comes up. In measure 21. Now, I think there's an error in the music. Measure 22 in the left hand, they're showing finger 4. That means you'd have to come up here. I don't think they want you to come up here. You need to stay right here for now. Just use thumb on that. Not 4th finger, thumb. So start at measure 21. We're here. 4, 1, 2. D sharp. 2, 3, 4. You get the idea? Now at the end of the page, you're here, and then for the second E, they want the thumb here because we need to be in this position to go on to the next page. And you're going to see this a lot in the piano. When you have repeated notes, or notes that happen more than once, like in that last measure, you have 2 E's. A lot of times we will use different fingers on the repeated notes to help us change or move, change hand positions. And that's what they're doing here. You're going from this position to this position. And we're changing on the repeated note. You'll see that a lot. Now, sometime at the end of the page, the left hand needs to come up because you need to be in this position where you do have 4 on that finger, but you don't have to do it until toward the end of the page. You just need to be in this position so that when you turn the page and you get to measure 29, the thumb is ready for that note, because we already changed it to the right hand to this position. Now we're on measure 29 at the top of page 16. We're here. 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. You cross over the right hand, or the left hand there, here, to. And then you cross over. 1, 2, 3. 2, 3, 4, 1. This before, I hope. At the end of page 17, so let's go to measure 20. It's the last line, measure 56. You've crossed over here because the last 2 notes in measure 55 for the right hand are here, and you cross over, and that C now is held out for the rest of the piece. You just hold it down, and while you're doing that, you're doing this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. So you go through and work it out so you got all the notes and the rhythms okay. The hands are working together. There's no hesitations anywhere. That's fine. The only hesitation you may have right now is the page turn. You got to stop to turn the page. I'll talk about that more a little later. Well, once you have all that down, then we can add the articulation. In this piece, this is a very smooth connected piece. They have a few slurs in here. I don't know about that, but I'm going to suggest you pretty much connect it all. Lift up for the rest, but just connect it all. Just connect it all. Connect it as best you can. Dynamics, moderately soft. This is gentle. It's both hands, just gentle, until you get down to the bottom of the page on measure 12. You're going to come up a little bit, up to moderately loud for the world. And this, play this soft. The reason is because all the time you're doing this, for measures 13, 14, 15, I want to hear that. I want to hear that note. Don't drown it out. And then at the end, the quarter notes, moderately soft because you have that decrescendo there. Just, you can't do anything with the decrescendo. Just when you get to measure 16, you're moderately soft. So when you repeat back, you're moderately soft. Now on measure 17, you're moderately loud, and I want to hear that all the way through while you do this. And now you're moderately soft for measure 21 and so forth. 20 and 21. You're moderately soft through all this until the end of the page. You go up. Go up to loud this time. There. You're staying there until measure 35. And now you're moderately loud. So forth. Measure 48, there's a crescendo. They want you to go back up. It's like you did before, except they used the hairpin for the crescendo. Now they wrote the word out. It means the same thing. Just go up to loud. We want to hear that as you're playing. So this needs to come down. You may have to play that soft in order to stay under that, because that dies away. And 52, or measure 52, you're loud. I would suggest, to help this a little bit, that on measure 54, left hand, play that kind of soft. And then loud in the right hand. I think they may have an error in the music again, I'm not sure. But in my opinion, at the end of measure 55, the quarter notes, you come down on those. You can come down to about a moderately soft or so. And that fermata, you just hold that out a little longer, however long you feel it should be, and then soft. And I try to play this left hand very soft if you can, because all the time I'm doing that, I want to hear that. Don't drown it out. So you have to adjust the dynamics, because at measure 52 they told you you're loud, and they don't tell you anything else until measure 57 when you're soft. I suggest at measure 55 come down to moderately soft. At least moderately soft. And then hang on to that, and now you're soft. It's my opinion of it. There is a retardando there at measure 56. You're going to slow down. 2, 1, 2. And then the off tempo at measure 57 means go back to your regular tempo again before you slow down. As far as the speed goes, it says moderately in 2. They want you to feel it in 2. They don't want you to feel it 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. They want you to feel it a 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. They want you to feel it in 2. That speeds it up a little bit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. But it has to be accurate, so don't go faster than what you can do accurately. But that's sort of the idea of where it should be. Now we have to deal with this page turn. Ideally, on page turns, the best solution is simply memorize the piece. You don't have to worry about page turns. But if you haven't memorized it and don't want to memorize it, or at least half of it, then maybe you get somebody to turn the page for you. If you can't do that, then you got to do it yourself. The rule is don't mess up the beat or the rhythm because you're turning the page. The beat has to be steady all the way through. In this piece, it's a little easier because at the bottom of page 15, the left hand isn't doing anything. So it can turn the page. Like a measure 27 when you're doing that. Right there. If you can at least memorize those two measures, just those notes, just memorize that much, and then when you get there, you can turn the page as you're doing that, and then you're ready to go on, because the moment you get to page 16, the left hand has to play. It has to play immediately, so you got to turn the page before then. So work it out. We do practice page turns in piano when we need to, because the beat has to be a steady beat. And so that's what I'm going to recommend you do. Now there is a mistake in the music on page 17 I want to point out. At measure 51, you have a whole note in the left hand, and the right hand, the top staff is empty. It can't be empty. It needs to be something there. So I don't know if they meant to have another whole note and tie it over, or they should have had a whole rest. I'm going to pretend they should have had a whole rest there, and the right hand is not playing on that measure. So you can draw in a whole rest in that measure. I'd like to play this with you slowly. Let's double check the notes and the rhythm. It's not going to do any dynamics. We are going to do the repeat. I can't do the page turn, so we're going to do pages 14 and 15, and then we're going to stop. I'm going to turn the page. I'm going to count in again, another 4 counts, and then we'll do the rest of it. So go ahead and put your hands in position. I'll give us 2 beats to start. Ready, go, and then we go, but slowly. This is just to make sure. Are you playing the same note I'm playing at the same time I'm playing it? That's all this is for. Ready, go. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Repeat. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Second ending now. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. 2. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. 1, 2. Stop and turn the page. 1, 2, 3, go. 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 3, 4. 1, 2, off. There's a duet at the bottom of the page for this. I'd like to do that, and you do what you just did, but I'm going to speed this up. I want to feel this in 2. It'll be a slow 2, but I want to feel it. And you got to be able to do this page turn because we're not going to stop to turn the page. We're just going to go straight on through. So I'll give us 2 counts, ready, go, and then see the part at the bottom doesn't have any pickup beats. Those 2 notes are by the first 2 notes you're by yourself. Well, I'm going to play them along with you. However, again, like everything else in this book, whether I've said it or not, you need to go up an octave for the duet. So just pretend middle C is here and play everything up here. Instead of here, you're here. Play it all up here. This is going to be a very slow 2. We're going to take it pretty slow for a 2. It'll be a fast 4. Not really a fast 4, medium 4. Oh, you'll figure it out. Ready, go, and then we go. Ready, go.